Hello, Lolly.
Hello, Rainey.
We're here, 2026.
Guys, we have our videos up on Spotify, so hello. I'm excited. I've got the week off. Rainey has the lead today. Any teasers, any tips you want to tell our friends?
Look, it's a confusing one. Just don't know what to think. So that's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Let's just jump right in, baby.
Let's do it, girlfriend. I'm excited. Friends, hope you're having a great day. Let's get ready for some truth.
Cause you can't handle the climate. You can't handle the climate. You can't handle the climate. You can't handle the climate and scandal.
13th of February, 1977, in West Germany. Don and Cindy would welcome a beautiful baby girl into the world named Christina May. For this story, we're going to call her Tina. Now, Don, he was serving in the army in Germany, but wouldn't take long, and these guys would relocate back to the USA, Louisiana.
Oh, they're American.
They are American. Just did a little stint in Germany. They've moved back to Louisiana, and it wouldn't take long before the stresses of a newborn baby would come to light. And cracks would begin to form.
Oh, no.
And these two got a divorce.
Really?
Yep.
They do say don't make any big decisions in your relationship in the first couple of years of a baby, guys.
Yeah, about 5 years.
Yes. You hear that, Fuzzy?
I waited 5 weeks.
You did wait 5 weeks, didn't you?
See you later, motherfucker. I'm out.
Fair enough. I mean, look, it's totally fair.
Oh, Christ.
You got a great child out of it, though.
I do, that's right. Anywho, these two were divorced, and Cindy, she was on top of her game because she met a wonderful man named Tommy. They hit it off. They got married, and Tommy would adopt Tina as his own, and she even changed her last name to Thomas. So obviously Don was a real dickhead and just was not in the picture.
Oh, he just bailed.
That's what I'm guessing.
And what's the stepdad's name?
Tommy Thomas.
Stop.
Not even stopping.
I thought you did a mistake there. You're joking.
Tommy Thomas. That's cute, isn't it?
Imagine having a child and being like, we're going to call him Tommy.
Double banger.
Tommy Thomas.
TT. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
And Tommy and Cindy would go on to have another beautiful girl named Alanda. Tina and Alanda were the best of friends. These two were so close. They did everything together. But Tina was a little slow. Not in the mind, loves, just physically.
Oh, okay.
She couldn't quite catch up with the other children.
Well, like running or?
Yeah, she would tire easily. And Tommy and Cindy were like, ooh, something's not right here. So they took her to the doctor, and they were correct because she was diagnosed with proximal supraventricular tachycardia.
Oh, not proximal supraventricular tachycardia. Damn it.
Yes, otherwise known as PSVT.
Wow.
Now, this condition would cause fainting, heart palpitations, rapid pulse, and convulsions.
Oh, no.
Not a nice condition to have as a child. However, Tina's was a mild case, and it was well managed with medication. So she could get around with the other children, no problem. Growing up, Tina was a fun, loving, kind, caring girl, and she was obsessed with Gone with the Wild.
Gone with the Wild.
It's a movie. Is it a movie?
Is it? It must be.
Gone with the Wild.
Could have been a book.
Gone with the Wind? Gone with the Wind. Ah!
Oh, my God. Fucking hell.
What was I thinking? Sorry, my writing on that was a little messy.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. What is that? Do you remember?
Oh, who cares?
Anyway, she did a little bit of modelling, and she did some modelling at JP Penney. Is that it? JP Penney?
Oh, Christ.
JC Penney?
We're not having a good run, are we?
JC Penney. I didn't write that one down. JC Penney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really hot in here. I need to get the aircon. Sorry.
Get the aircon. That's why she can't remember the names of these things. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, JCPenney is a American department store chain with 646 stores across 49 of the US states and Puerto Rico. So she did a little bit of modelling at JCPenney. She would graduate high school and she would move on to university. Now, eventually, this family would relocate to Helena, Alabama. And Helena, Alabama was a cute little town. Everybody knew everybody, had a little southern charm. There were streets that were lined with bricks, with rivers and cafes and antique stores. It was just lovely. Brick-lined streets.
It is actually known as the safest city in Alabama, so it's a great place to be.
especially with children. Lovely.
They're going to say if you're going to raise a family, it's going to be in Helena.
Absolutely. That's what I've been saying for years.
Tina is at university and she starts dating an older man, 10 years her senior, named Stan.
Stan the man.
The family didn't really approve of Stan. They were a bit of a interfering family. They'd stick their nose in when they probably shouldn't, but they did not approve. This guy was a dick.
Too old.
Well, it kind of is when there's that 10-year gap from teenage years.
Yeah.
You'd know all about that.
I'm not into it, loves. I'm a big advocate for that being a big no-no. Not okay, all right?
Anything over 20, it's not as bad. Under 20.
Yeah, under 20 and you're in the late 20s, mid-20s. It's just not it, guys. Guys, I say that with a capital G.
Fucking PDs. And look, this relationship wasn't going too well, but they're trying to make it work, and Tina would meet Gabe at university. Gabe's name isn't Gabe. Don't be fooled. His name is David Gabriel Watson.
Okay.
So he's known by Gabe. Gabe was born in 1977, same age. He was the oldest of 3 boys. And this family, well, Lolly, they were all things sport. Outdoors, camping, football, basketball, baseball, you name it, they did it.
Sorry?
Very active family.
Love it.
Gabe, he went to university, as I said, but he also worked in the family packaging business. So we're talking bubble wrap and cardboard and all things packing.
Love it.
And he was a real asset. He really helped streamline the business.
Fabulous. Great when you need to move house.
And Gabe, he was also into snorkeling, which then turned into a love of scuba diving.
Snorkeling and bubble wrap. This guy sounds like a dreamboat.
He's a real dreamboat, but when I tell you, Lolly, he was into scuba diving. He went and got his certificate, but in Helena, Alabama, they don't have any beaches. So he had to learn at a local quarry in like one of the dirty, murky lakes.
Oh, in a puddle.
Sounds freaking terrifying.
Sounds horrible.
Awful. No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I know the story.
You will.
I was going to do this story. I think. Oh, it's a good one. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you know the story.
I was going to do it.
You're from Australia. You know the story.
Yes, I also know it because I literally was going to do it a couple of months ago. I was like, I'll save it. I'll put it in the bank. It's on my list to do. Great choice, Rainey.
Thank you. Gabe would become a level 4 diver, and he was also trained to identify stress divers and help them resurface. So he was technically trained as a rescue diver.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of people diving in those lakes and the quarries, you know. He had to make sure they resurfaced.
I don't even understand how there's a lake at a quarry. However, if you are going to go diving, you want Gabe to be there because he's going to save you if something goes wrong. That's what it sounds like.
That's right. I mean, I couldn't think of anything worse. Scuba diving? Ugh.
I know. It'd be so nice to get the visuals, but something about being in the water super deep with just a lifeline on your back. I mean, guys.
No.
No.
That's not right.
It's not okay.
No.
It's not for me.
It's definitely not for me.
Well, then we're good. We never have to do it.
I mean, snorkeling, I've done snorkeling a couple of times, but even that, that's terrifying.
Oh, I tell you what, this is such a lame story time. It's story time. I did go to SeaWorld the other day and they have the fake lagoony thing that becomes the aquarium, and there were snorkelers in there, and I thought, yes, I would do that. It's in this very secure little pond.
Man-made beach.
That's it.
Tina and Gabe, they, like I said, they met, they were friends. Tina was still in this relationship, but Gabe, he's pretty keen on Tina. He's thinking,
yeah, this girl's my cup of tea.
He would start showering her with gifts and giving her a lot of attention.
What kind of gifts? Like flowers?
Yep, flowers. And one gift in particular was a Kate Spade handbag that she really wanted, that her boyfriend Stan just would not buy.
Oh,
Gabe, being the man, he's like,
I know what's going to get this across the line. I'm going to buy that handbag and I'm going to be winning.
I like it, Gabe. Nice.
And eventually Tina did start to take notice. She liked the attention that Gabe was giving her. Old Stan can go piss off. So Tina and Stan would break up, and eventually Tina and Gabe would start seeing each other.
Hells yeah. They're the same age too, right?
Same age, university.
Much better.
When Tina introduced Gabe to the family, they weren't really impressed.
Oh.
He gave off a pretty bad vibe, actually. He was a bit moody, a bit reserved, and they're just thinking, who is this guy? He just seemed grumpy.
Ew.
Their relationship was look, it was okay, but it just wasn't the greatest either. As they got to know each other, Gabe just seemed like a bit of a douchebag, just a bit of a dick.
Oh, I liked Gabe.
He did have his good qualities, but majority of the time he was just giving off this bad boy, angry, douche exterior.
Some of them have it, loves.
But there must have been something that was keeping Tina there because she was into him.
Handbags.
Handbags. One time, Tina was actually out for dinner with a lander and Gabe was there and the mood was very off. So they must have had some sort of fight earlier on in the evening and the pizza came out, Lolly, and Gabe would stand up, throw a piece of pizza in Tina's face and take off.
Oh, bro! You can't be throwing pizza in your lady's face.
Red flag.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
Pepperoni flag? I'm sorry. Absolutely not. He would throw pizza in her face. I've never heard.
At a restaurant.
I've never heard.
At a restaurant.
Never heard of this before. I mean, maybe some water, but a pizza? I hope she wasn't wearing white. That is unforgivable.
I hope she had some foundation in her bag, really.
Extra blush. Oh my God.
I know.
Rude.
But again, they worked through it and Gabe really wanted Tina to learn scuba diving. It was very important to Gabe because this was such a big love of his that he needed his partner to learn also.
Hey, look, fair enough. If it's a big thing he loves, sharing that activity with the person you love to throw pizza at, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, exactly. Gabe would go on to say to Tina,
Look, I do things that you like. It's important that you do things that I like.
I wonder if she throws pizza at his face too.
She should. It's only fair.
Tina would go down to the local quarry and she would dive to get her certification. Now, she wasn't the best diver, Lolly. She was panicked. She was anxious. And the dive instructor even sat her down and said,
Look, diving isn't for everyone, and you're actually the most nervous, anxious diver I've ever had to train.
Be like me and you, loves. Oh, hell.
and Tina's saying,
Well, I really don't want to dive, but I have to do it because of him.
and she pointed up to the top of the quarry and it was Gabe. She said,
If I don't do it for him, he'll kill me. This is so important.
Oh.
another thing, Lolly, is when people are learning to dive, you're not allowed other people there to watch you because it could make you more nervous. It could put pressure on you. But Gabe would come down every single time and sit there and watch Tina during her dive lessons.
Oh, I'm not liking this.
Neither am I.
She should go back to Stan.
She should just not be with anyone. Stan's a dick. Gabe's a dick.
Just take some time for yourself, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. But at this time, Lolly, Tina's 25 years old.
Mm.
And she really wants to get married. And her sister had been married. Her friends had been married. She was thinking,
I'm the only one left. Why am I not married?
in Alabama, it was pretty common for people to get married at a young age. And she's 25. She's getting on.
The clock's ticking, sweetheart.
Now, this piece of garbage
Uh-oh.
bought an engagement ring and he sat it in the middle of the entertainment unit. And he said,
If you dare touch that, we are over.
Ooh, like a dog with a treat.
yeah.
Oh, you piece of shit.
He sat that engagement box for months on end, taunting Tina, making sure she was on her best behavior. Months would go by, special occasions would go by, and nothing.
Put him in jail. The story's over. I've had enough. Are you for real? This is too much.
Tina's thinking,
What the actual fuck is going on? He's got this ring. I can't touch it. I can't look at it.
I bet you she did. When he's gone, she'll be like,
Ooh, let me try it on.
Of course she did. It's probably got a burger ring in it. Honestly, this is really awful. I feel very sad for Tina.
I feel sad too.
Yeah, she's just worth so much more.
Now, Tina's still waiting. She's waiting. And she's waiting. Gabe, in the meantime, he would go to Tommy and ask for Tina's hand in marriage. Tommy doesn't exactly like Gabe, and he's thinking,
Well, if my daughter's happy, then I guess this is fine.
but he needs to know, does Gabe love her? He asks Gabe.
Do you love Tina?
Gabe is a little awkward about this, and he's dancing around the question, and he's thinking,
Oh, this is making me feel really awkward.
doesn't exactly answer the question. Tommy doesn't actually give the blessing. It's just this really weird interaction, and Gabe goes on his way.
How is it so hard just to say,
Yes, I love her.
He went on to say,
Look, it's a bit of a corny question. It's a bit awkward, and
he just danced around it.
bro?
Now, Tina is thinking, fuck this guy, I'm out. So she actually takes a break from Gabe.
Thank God.
And she would start talking to another guy called Xander. It's actually her cousin's friend. He lives about 3 hours away. And they are chatting, and she would take the drive to go spend some time with him. But Lolly, there just was no spark. Tina couldn't stop thinking about Gabe. Gabe, he knew about this. He wasn't impressed. When she returned, they would get back together. Easter weekend, 2003. Gabe would set up a lovely little Easter egg hunt for Tina. And at the end of that hunt, he would be there on one knee to propose.
It's all about corny, bro.
Tina would scream with excitement and, yes, Gabe, yes! Oh, Tina, what's wrong with you? She was over the moon. She was just so excited. Finally, all her dreams are coming true. Doesn't matter who she's going to marry, she's going to get married.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Gabe, for some reason, he really wanted to make this a very speedy engagement, and he wanted to fast track the wedding.
Weird.
It's like, bro, you took so long to get engaged. What's the hurry? Nope. He wanted to get married, quick, smart, 6 months to be exact.
That is, as someone who works in the wedding industry, it's quite a short amount of time to plan a wedding, but you did less.
That is quick, and you'd think Tina would be happy about this, but she really just wanted to slow things down and enjoy the planning process, but there was no time to waste, so they would set the wedding date for October 11th, 2003. Now, the rehearsal dinner the night before was pretty awkward.
Uh-oh.
You see, Tina and Gabe's family, they just didn't get on.
Oh, no.
It was so awkward that the pastor was actually feeling quite uncomfortable. The room was separated. He'd never been in such an awkward situation in his life. He's thinking,
What is going on?
Whoa.
they were just head to head, did not like each other.
Oh, dear.
But that's okay because they put it past them, and on October 11th, 2003, the wedding bells would ring.
Ding, 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 ding.
Tina's cousin could see she was looking a little uncomfortable and even said to Tina, it's okay, you can pull out, you don't have to do this. But she shrugged it off and said, no, it's totally fine, I want to get married. And she would carry on with the wedding day.
Poor Tina.
After the wedding day, they went straight to their honeymoon, and their honeymoon destination was Australia, baby. Woo! They would fly into Sydney and do all the touristy things. They went to the Sydney Opera House, they went to the zoo, they went to the aquarium, and Tina was having the time of her life. She got to cuddle a little koala bear. It's probably around the same time that Finding Nemo came out, so she was pretty excited to go to the aquarium and find Nemo.
Who wouldn't be? Oh, well, this is nice.
She was having a great time. And the second part of the trip, well, this was dedicated to Gabe. They were going to go on a bloody scuba diving frenzy
Hells yeah.
to the Great Barrier Reef.
Gotta see it. I've never been. It's dying, so you should probably make a trip to see it.
Is it dying?
It's dying, loves.
Oh, Christ.
You didn't know?
No?
Oh, the coral reefs they're all losing their colour. They're dying. It's a whiteout out there. It's not right.
Oh, Christ. That's not very good. Well, these guys would arrive, and the plan was to get on a boat, and it has accommodation, and they're going to do 25 dives over the space of like 7 days. No, thank you.
That's ridiculous. 25.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
All the dives were categorized as like green, orange, or red. As you can imagine, green was the easiest and red was the hardest. The first dive that they are going to go onto is to dive to the Yangala shipwreck. And this is when I'm going to take you to Fun Facts of the Grave.
Hells yeah, let's go.
Fun Facts of the Grave. Scuba edition. On the 25th of March, 1911, the Yangala ship would take off for its 99th voyage. And Lolly, these guys would sail straight into a violent cyclone. No, thank you.
Oh, no.
No, thank you. They had 122 people on board and one racehorse.
Oh,
The
poor
poor
horse.
horse.
It's not right. Can a horse swim?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's probably locked up.
Oh, my God. Of course it's not roaming free.
That's right. And this boat, Lolly, unfortunately, would go down in the rough seas. The only body to wash ashore was the horse. Sorry, is something funny?
I'm glad the horse was recovered, but that's terrible.
Oh, it's horrific. This ship, it was a mystery where it went down for decades. No one knew where it was. I mean, we're talking 1911. The technology back there would have been basically nothing. A bit of Morse code.
It was probably like a ruler and a piece of string.
This ship would be found in 1958.
Wow.
And it would only be identified by divers that recognise the ship's bell and the safe.
The bell or the bow?
The bell. Ding. The bell.
Oh, the actual bell.
There was a bell.
Fair enough.
Don't know why.
Dinner, lunchtime.
Maybe it's when they're coming to shore.
Hoyay, hoyay, here yay, here yay.
The ship was extremely well preserved. It was resting upright on the seabed and is considered one of the best historic wrecks in the world. So you can imagine going to this place is probably pretty popular. It's a 30-metre dive to the bottom of the ship, and it has become a thriving artificial reef, rich in marine ecosystems with tropical fish, sharks, turtles, stingrays, and colourful corals.
Sounds magical.
This thing is pretty spectacular to view.
If you're into that kind of thing.
Still not for me. I'm not going. Show me a picture.
That's right.
Not going.
Watch it on YouTube.
Tina and Gabe, they would board the Spoil Sport boat. They've got 25 other keen scuba divers on board, and they would take off for their 7-day diving excursion. They have 12 crew members as well. Pretty well manned ship. I believe it's around 360 metres long. You've got cabins with en-suites, you've got bunk beds, and it's just lovely for those people that like that kind of thing. Again, me, no thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound horrible. Hey, you went on a cruise ship, you freak.
I did go on a cruise ship, but I certainly didn't jump in the water and go down to a goddamn shipwreck.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Now, the main dive instructor and trip director, his name is Wade Singleton. Very well experienced, very lovely man. He would go on to check the experience of the divers, how many trips they've been on, all of their health checks, just to make sure everyone is basically up to scratch and they know what they're doing. He would go and interview Tina and Gabe. Now, this is not actually allowed. You're supposed to be interviewed separately because if you are interviewed together, you could influence each other's answers. So not too sure why this actually happened, but it happened.
Strange.
During the interview, Tina never spoke about her heart condition and just went on to basically say,
Very experienced divers, very comfortable in the water. Nothing to see here, not a problem. Don't worry, I've dived in a puddle at the quarry.
absolutely. And let's not forget, even though Tina does have her dive certification, she's still a nervous diver. She doesn't like it. She's going on a 7-day dive excursion.
I'm shocked.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
it's like sending someone to space, you know? Oh, I'll be fine.
No way.
It's a different world, isn't it? Down the ocean floor.
No, this is making me, I've got sweaty palms. Palms are sweaty, knees
Weak,
weak, arms are
heavy.
heavy.
Now, it's pretty clear that Tina should actually have an orientation, but she is offered one. She's declined. They have said that you can have night orientation too, because Lolly, these psychos are doing night dives.
No, I'm sorry. I'd like to bang on the desk, but I'm going to ruin the audio. Absolutely no.
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 No. Anyway, she has declined this. Gabe is saying,
Look, I'm a pretty well experienced diver. I'm a rescue diver. She's in good hands. She does not need an orientation.
so they head on out a 3-hour journey to the wreckage of the ship. Tina has actually completed a total of 11 dives, and Gabe has completed a total of 50. And Lolly, it's pretty important to mention, he's only ever dived in the ocean once.
Ooh.
49 dives have been in that local quarry.
I'm sorry. This is feeling very strange.
Mm.
Oh, mind you, they don't live near the ocean, so okay, I can see. But you're going on a 7-day dive trip with 25 dives. Just do a couple.
He's probably done dives in like swimming pools and puddles.
It's the same, exactly the same thing.
But when you go into the ocean, it's very different. There's a strong current and it's just not good.
Oh, no.
When they reach the shipwreck, the dive instructors actually dive down to the bottom of the ship to check currents and to just basically make sure everything's okay and everything has given the thumbs up. They're good to go. There's 2 ropes on either side of the ship. You will follow the rope down to the bottom of the ship, let the current take you along the ship. Fuck that. And then get to the other side of the ship, get the rope, and then pull yourself up. I mean, I'm not doing it.
That's like when they say, if you get caught in a rip, just relax. It'll bring you back to shore. Sure, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
No, you swim out of it to the side.
No, the rip. No, you're supposed to just let it just take you. Don't try and swim out of it. Just let it take you. You'll come back, I promise.
Hell frickin' no. It's the 22nd of October, 2003. Wade gives everyone a briefing, 40 minutes long, just to explain the dive and make sure everyone's comfortable. Everyone is getting suited up at 9:30 a.m. All the gear is checked. Tina is also offered a dive guide. But again, Gabe's like,
No, mate. I'm pretty experienced. I got this.
All right, Chad.
Tina is also, she's wearing a vest and she's got some weights that go into her vest to help her basically sink to the fucking bottom.
Fucking hell. To help her sink to the bottom of the ocean floor, 30 meters down.
It's pretty common to be weighted, but you know, if you're getting in the ocean and getting some weights, I mean, it's a red flag.
It is a red flag. You're supposed to take things off so you're not being weighted down.
That's sick.
Ooh.
I know, this is making me violently ill.
She's spewing everywhere, guys. This is making me violently ill.
It's not right. Anyway, Tina and Gabe, they hop into the little boat to get them out to where the ship is, and they jump in the water. Now, it won't take long before a little bit of trouble is happening. Gabe's dive computer, which is like a watch that he wears on his arm, starts beeping and not really sure what's going on. He has to go back to the boat, and it turns out the batteries were in backwards, which is kind of weird because why is it beeping if the batteries are in wrong? But the dive computer will tell you how long you've been underwater. It will tell you the length of the dive, and it will also help you ascend at the right speed so you don't decompress too quickly and feel unwell. So it's pretty important. Anyway, he fixes it. All is fine. And they head back into the water.
Oh.
There's also another boat called Jazz 2, gone to the same location. It's a bit smaller, but there's also divers on board that are doing the same dive. So there's quite a few people in the water. Tina and Gabe would start the descent to the shipwreck. It won't take long before Tina starts to panic.
Fair.
And it's at this time that one of the divers from Jazz 2, 30-year-old Stanley, takes a glimpse over and he can see Tina's arms are wailing, her eyes are wide open. She's panicking. Stanley is a little bit further out, so he can't really see clearly. You've got to remember that underwater. But he's thinking something's not quite right here. And he sees Gabe take his hands underneath Tina's arms and give her a big bear hug for about 30 seconds, maybe a bit longer. Stanley is in the water and he's doing his descent. He's looking around and then he looks back over and he can see that Gabe is starting to ascend the water, go back up to the surface, and he can't really see where Tina is. But it's not long before he can actually see Tina is sinking to the bottom and Gabe's just left her. Thinking,
What the actual hell's going on?
Wade would be notified to what is happening. You see, Stanley wasn't close enough. There was nothing he could really do because he's quite far away. And then Wade, he would jump into action and he is going straight down to the ocean's floor. He whips off his weight belts. He ignores his watch that's beeping rapidly because he's going down too quickly. And he would see Tina laying on the bottom of the ocean floor on her back, arms are up, eyes wide open, and she's clearly unresponsive.
Oh my God.
He would grab hold of Tina and he would go as quick as he can trying to reach the surface. Again, his watch is going mental, which he ignores because we've got a life on the line here and he's got to get straight up to the top.
Oh my Godfather.
It's pretty fucked, doesn't it?
Oh, poor Tina.
It took him a total of 90 seconds to get to the surface. He would quickly get Tina onto the boat Jazz 2 because this boat is far closer than the other boat, and they would start life-saving measures. Now, I know what you're all thinking, guys. Where the hell is Gabe?
Where the hell is Gabe?
Where is Gabe?
Where is Gabe?
Well, as I said, it took Wade 90 seconds to reach the top. Gabe, it took him about 2 to 3 minutes to reach the surface. Now, he was only half the depth as as what Tina was, because Tina had gone to the bottom. She was like 30 meters down. However, it took him a lot longer to get to the top, and he just went straight to his own boat, Spoil Sport, and he just sat there, didn't attempt to go over to Jazz 2, and all he was saying is,
Listen here, guys. We got into some trouble. Tina grabbed my mask. I was out of my depth, and I had to come get help.
this is a little strange, guys, because isn't Gabe a rescue-trained diver?
That's right.
And why have you just gone on a wee Sunday stroll in the ocean and just slowly make your way to the surface? This is odd. And he hasn't gone to the other boat to see what's going on.
Well, that's right. Is he like saying, I need help, I need help. What is happening here?
No, he's just saying,
Oh, shit. Things got a little out of hand over there, and she panicked, and
Oh, well,
she moved my mask, and I had to come to the surface for help.
she's one with the ocean now.
on the Jazz 2, there were a few doctors that were on board that came to help, and 40 minutes they would try to resuscitate her. They would inject her with adrenaline. There was no defibrillator on the boat, so they couldn't use that, but they tried as hard as they could. But after 40 minutes, Lolly, poor Tina would be pronounced dead.
It's so awful. And just, I'm sorry, having a moment. The panic.
The panic.
The panic.
And Lolly, she had been in the water for a total of 10 minutes.
On their first dive.
First dive, 10 minutes.
Fuck off.
And this is just horrific because she didn't want to be doing the diving to begin with. She felt very uncomfortable. As we said earlier, she's anxious. She's a stressed diver. And she was just doing what she thought she should as a new wife and trying to please your new hubby, when in the end she should have said, fuck off, Gabe, go do it on your own.
She should have said that.
One of the doctors would head over to the Spoil Sport boat. They would notify Gabe that Tina had unfortunately passed away. Gabe would drop to the floor, hysterical crying, and carry on explaining what the hell happened.
I'm sorry. Why is he still on that boat? He should be on the other boat because it went on for 40 minutes.
He didn't bother to go over.
Oh, fuck off.
He just sat there.
Sorry about the F-bombs, guys.
No, but he continued trying to explain himself that things just got out of hand. He was even trying to explain it to the chef. Like, the chef doesn't care. The chef doesn't want to know. Go to your wife. Go try be there while she's trying to be revived. He would be taken over to Jazz 2, and he literally spent a couple of minutes with her and then asked to be taken back.
Right.
And back on the Spoil Sport, his behaviour would continue to be pretty weird. He was seen playing cards, and he went on to make a speech thanking everyone and said,
As you know, my wife died today, and this really sucks.
Oh.
they were married for a total of 11 days. Now, something I failed to mention earlier, Lolly, is Tina was a little concerned because prior to getting married, Gabe was really pushing her to up her life insurance policy
Stop yourself.
and also to make him the beneficiary. Now, Tommy, who worked in insurance, told Tina,
Look, honey, don't worry. Don't do anything right now. We can sort it out after the honeymoon.
so this is a red flag. Back to the crime scene. We are getting back to land and the police are coming on board. All of the dive equipment's taken away. Gabe would ring his parents. He would tell them what's happened. And Lolly, they waited 12 hours before they contacted Tina's parents to let her know that she had passed away.
Oh.
And also, don't be silly. Don't you dare think it was Gabe that notified them because he didn't have the balls. He made his father call Tommy. Tommy was on a work trip. So Gabe's father notified him there's been a terrible accident and Tina has drowned. Then he just passed it over to the pastor, bloody fettuccine in the corner, and made him answer all the questions.
Oh, bro.
Like, disgusting. And he didn't know any of the answers. He had no idea what to say. So poor Tommy's on a work trip, gets a plane ticket. He heads back to his hometown because he needs to tell his wife, Cindy, exactly what's happened, but wants to do it face to face.
Oh.
And in the meantime, the media has got hold of the story.
Oh, no.
Alanda has gone to her place of work and the boss has to pull her aside and say, have you heard what's happened to your sister? And Alanda has no idea. has to notify her that her sister's drowned and died, and then poor Orlando has to go home and tell her mother what's happened because no one's told them.
Oh my God.
It's just actually disgusting. Like, this guy's a piece of shit.
He is actual garbage.
This is very, very sad. They don't really have a lot of answers. They eventually speak to Gabe, and Gabe would tell them that he was there and he was by her side the whole way, which was a complete lie. Complete lie.
Complete lie.
So everyone's thinking, is this an accident? Is there something suspicious? Is there something else going on? And the police would get involved and they would interview 50 witnesses. The police also don't understand how on earth this has happened because, for Christ's sakes, Gabe is a trained rescue diver.
Makes no sense.
So suspicions are falling pretty hard on Gabe. When Gabe is questioned, he is saying that they were down in the water, the current was too strong, they were out of their depth. When he tried to get Tina to basically follow his lead and hold on to her hand, she started to panic, whacked off his mask, and by the time he tried to readjust it, she was sinking to the bottom.
So why didn't he get her?
Well, this is the thing. So Gabe has a secondary regulator. So if Tina was having an issue with her mask and couldn't get air, then he could have given her the second regulator to breathe until they got to the top. That was never done. He basically said, well, it's my life over yours. I'm out of here, gone to the top.
But I'm confused. Was he out of oxygen or something? Or was it because his mask was funny?
She, in a panic, apparently knocked his mask to the side, and then he was trying to readjust it. And when he was trying to readjust it, that's when she's gone to the bottom. Now, the other thing that's interesting is Tina had a full air tank. There was no reason why she couldn't breathe. The other thing that was very suspicious, Lolly, is because the weights that she had in her vest, she had 20 pounds of weights when she should have had a max of 8.
Wow. Okay.
So he's gone and weighted her vest up, way too heavy. The other thing that was brought to the attention of the investigators was that bear hug. That seems very odd. There's some speculation. Did he give her a bear hug, turn off the oxygen until she was unconscious, turned it back on, and then just let her go? Because why she just sunk to the bottom?
It's not adding up, is it?
The autopsy came back inconclusive. There was nothing to do with her heart, so there was nothing that contributed to the drowning. But ultimately, they would just put it down to a drowning because there's no other explanation. However, the category was it accident or suspicious. It was left unmarked because they couldn't answer that.
I've made my mind up.
Exactly. Tina's family would fly to Australia. They would go and visit all the sites that Tina had been to, the Sydney Opera House, the zoo, the aquarium, and then they would go meet with Wade, the dive instructor, to find out exactly what had happened. And there were a lot of tears when they were on the boat, and it was just brought a lot of emotion. And when Wade would go and say exactly what had happened, they were shocked because they thought that Gabe tried his hardest to save her and brought her up to the surface and was there resuscitating her. They had no idea that Gabe just left her. No clue.
Oh my God.
So this is a sour taste for the Thomas family. And now they're thinking this dirtbag has killed our daughter.
Of course.
Both families, as you can imagine, are just not getting on. Back in Alabama, they had planned the funeral. And again, just like the wedding, these guys are sitting pretty separate to each other.
Oh,
there were a lot of disagreements around the gravesite. Gabe, because he has been married for 11 days, he thinks he's got the authority, and she's eventually buried. But this piece of shit would get her moved to another site, not have her marked as in where she is, and not tell the family where she was buried.
stop. He's a psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
That is horrible.
He demanded all of Tina's belongings and all of the wedding presents and everything, and would not allow the family to have anything of Tina's.
Oh my God.
Tommy eventually found where she was buried, and he would go and leave artificial floral reefs at the site, and they keep going missing. And Tommy's thinking,
What the hell? Who is stealing these flowers?
the police were notified, and the police would do a bit of a sting operation, and they sat there and watched the grave because Tommy actually got a chain, and he would chain these artificial floral reefs to the gravesite. The police would witness Gabe come along with his wire cutters, or whatever those big scissor things are. What are they called?
I like big scissor things, yeah.
So technical. The big scissor things, and he would cut the chain and throw poor Tommy's flowers into the road and take off.
But see, why?
Later, he would claim that
Tina didn't like artificial flowers and it was an insult to her.
Oh, You're such a dog. You're a dog. You're a dog named Gabe.
I know, he's a piece of shit. Years and years would go by, Lolly, and nothing was really done. But there was always questions around what exactly happened. On the 19th of June, 2008, a coroner's inquest into the death would take place. And a result of this, Lolly, there would be formal murder charges laid against Gabe Watson in Queenstown.
Yes. In Queenstown or Queensland?
In Queensland.
Yes.
Now, these guys would allege that Gabe wanted to claim the life insurance policy of Tina, and to do this, he would have to make her death look like an accident. And he would bear hug her, turn off her oxygen until she was unconscious, and then she would drown. Now, Gabe, he's living in the US. He's living his life, and he would voluntarily come back to Australia.
You'd have to.
And Lolly, he would plead guilty to manslaughter
Wow.
rather than murder.
Really?
So the murder charge was taken off the table and he pleads guilty, but this was due to him not taking the necessary actions to save his wife in the way he should have as a trained rescue diver.
Seems like murder to me both ways, but yes. Okay. Wow.
Wow. Wowee. And Lolly, this dirtbag would only get to serve 18 months in prison.
Oh, what a slap.
What a slap.
What a slap around the face.
What a slap. But the US weren't having a bar of this because Lolly, a grand jury in Alabama, would indict him on capital murder charges and kidnapping.
Yes.
And they were going to pursue the death penalty upon his return.
Wow, this sounds like some big Trump energy right now. You know what I mean?
This is wild. This is wild.
This is crazy.
Australia aren't having a bar of this. They do not agree with the death penalty. They say you can lay charges and give him the maximum life sentence, but we're not allowing you to have a death penalty sentence in a case that's been happening in Australia.
Fair enough. It is. Look, it's a difficult one. The death penalty. Fair. What's your thoughts?
You know what? Eye for an eye. You know what I mean? I mean, sucks if you didn't do it, but eye for an eye, I say.
Well, that's the thing. Like, did he do it? There's some murky waters here.
If it's a really brutal murder and you know that they've done it, like a death penalty.
Absolutely. I'm with you all the way. This one I'm because there's still like a little bit of like, ooh.
Confusion. Gabe would be sent back to America. He boards his flight in Melbourne, Australia, a Qantas flight to be exact, and he lands in LA. And there, waiting at the gates, are some police officers that arrest him and throw him in jail.
Yes.
Yes. He would be released on bail, $100,000 to be precise, and he would await trial. Now, Lolly, this thing was slow going. It would be another few years before things would start moving. And the reason being was because there just wasn't enough staff working in the Alabama courtrooms. There just wasn't enough people.
Really?
And they thought this was going to be a really big case, so they need as much manpower as possible, so they just had to delay it. And in 2012, a judge would assess the case, but Lolly, there was a lot of evidence that was not allowed to be presented. For example, they could not present the life insurance claims. They could not present the bear hug.
Oh.
And the accusations that he turned off the oxygen tank. And ultimately, the judge would throw the case out because there was just not enough evidence to prove that anything had gone wrong on his part.
So disappointing.
So disappointing.
Terrible.
So, Lolly, this is the case of Tina and Gabe Watson. It's a really weird one for us because there's a lot of questions around it. We do know that Gabe is a fuckwit, but this just leads me to ask the question, can you handle this crime and scandal?
No, I hate it so much. I actually am a bit of a pussy when it comes to the ocean. Very scary, very lovely view from the shorelines, but don't get me in there. So this whole thing just gives me the heebie-jeebies, the sweaty palms, and Gabe is just a cockhead. You know, there's no other word for it, and I just feel like it's very odd. He had to have done it.
Strange, isn't it?
It's very strange. It's very disappointing. I can't believe that just got thrown out. That's just so upsetting.
Anticlimax, I know, but the fact that she just sank to the bottom, I just feel like the theory of the beer hug oxygen tank, it's got some weight to it.
It does have some weight to it, just like the weighted vest. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and what about the weighted vest? That's good key evidence right there.
Yeah.
Guilty. Rainey, can you handle this horrific diving crime and scandal?
No, honestly, anything to do with the ocean, vomit, I can't. I cannot handle her poor last few moments of panic and terror. It's just horrific.
Horrific.
All you want to do is just get to the surface and be safe. It's like anything when you're underwater or you're flying or there's something scary is happening, the fear that you have.
I'm sorry. So she's wailing her arms around. She's probably trying to come back up, but she can't because of the weight.
And then also, if he's turned off the oxygen tank and she's trying to get his mask because she can't breathe.
Oh, come on.
And he's just gone and swished away and swam to the surface very slowly.
He's done it.
And the other thing I forgot to mention, sorry guys,
He's done it.
with his dive computer, and he claimed he swam as the fastest he's ever swam to the surface. His dive watch said it was a pretty slow ascend to the top. He wasn't racing at all. He was just having a lovely little squiz about the wee paddle. It's a real weird one. Also, are you going to do it when there's a lot of witnesses? I don't know. It's strange.
Hey, it is the perfect crime.
It is the perfect crime. The scuba duba accident. The scuba duba.
Scooby-Doo accident.
The scuba dive accident. Yeah, so poor Tina and her family, and this guy's just a dick. He's remarried, he's moved on with his life, and she looks like a spitting image of Tina.
Oh my God. Is he still like guarding Tina's gravesite, not letting the flowers be put down? What a weird thing to do.
I know, it took 3 years before she got a proper plot and her name on the gravesite.
Well, that's too long.
It is too long.
Horrid.
He's just a piece of shit.
Ugh.
And a coward. I'm sorry. You don't leave your wife, friend, anyone in a time of need in the goddamn ocean.
No, and you wave around to all the people and you do what you can, and if you have to go back for air,
Help.
you blow your whistle, you do what you need to do.
Yeah. There were probably 40 people around him.
Come on, bro. You're a goddamn liar. Hey, well, look, thanks for doing that one, Rainey. I'll take that one off my list.
Yeah.
It's a very sad story, a lot of mystery. What do you guys think? Let us know if you're on Spotify. Hi, let us know in the comments below. YouTube, let us know on Instagram. Thanks, Rainey. Great storytelling on that one.
No worries. And if we're going to learn anything from this, don't date a guy named Gabe and just don't go scuba diving, guys. It's fucking terrifying.
And sorry if your boyfriend or husband is his name's Gabe, but you know.
Okay. You stay safe and we'll see you next week.
I'll see you in 2 days, bitch. Rainey's coming over to Australia. Oh God, we're just having the best run to see each other all the time. It's just, it just makes my heart so happy.
That's lovely.
As we always say, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Join us over on Instagram, Can't Handle the Crime and Scandal. We're coming back to TikTok. We are ramping things up this year. It's very, very exciting. So we're really excited to see where the year leads us. So thanks for being part of the Can't Handle fam. We will see you next week.
Indeed. All right. Love you, Lolly. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Rainy and Lolly got a tale to tell, so sit down and listen up or go to hell. Crime, scandal, and comedy, unfiltered, unqualified, unapologetically. And you can't handle the glamour, you can't handle the glamour, you can't handle the glamour, you can't handle the crime and scandal.
They were settling into everyday
Hang
life.
on. Stop. Oh no, someone's here.
Who?
I heard someone yell something out.
Are your doors locked?
Yeah. Ooh, the door's knocking.
Oh, I don't like this.
I'm not going to answer, loves.
Is the door definitely locked?
Oh no, wait there. Oh fuck.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
It's a man.
Who is this man? Laurel, don't open the door. Take me with you.
I really don't want to go in
No,
there.
you're going to have to call me on the phone, loves.
But the thing is, Strain, if they come down this end of the house, they'll... Oh my God, they're really knocking.
Oh, no.
Let me ring you.
No, ring me. Don't answer that door. Hello? Don't open the door. Go into the other bedroom and look out the window. No, that could be a fake delivery person. You just Right, guys, don't panic. It's definitely a delivery driver. I think we listened to too much true crime.
All right, no one's going to die today.
I was like, as a fake delivery person, you know what story we just covered last week?
Oh, I know. Well, you can't answer the door when you're home alone as a female. You just can't.
I don't. I'm like,
All right. Oh, God. It was just very like, it was like, police, bang, bang, bang.
yeah,
FBI, motherfucker.
It was aggressive, if you ask me. You're going to have to move your drink bottle.
Mark's going to kill me.
And he would start flowering her. That's all good.
Like, I know, he's flowering her. Is he touching her flower?
He would start, what's the word? Like giving her gifts? What's the
Showering
word?
her.
Showering her.
Showering her with flowers.
He would start. Fuck me,
He would
honestly.
start flowering her with showers.
This is a bump on. Oh, he would start flowering her with showers.
I like it. I want to be flowered. Got this. You've got to. There you go. You had a woohoo bit.
Woohoo! Did you know that their young gala shipwreck was wrecked? Holy crap. I'm going to say you haven't practiced this at all. Morse code. Morse code is Morse code. It's the year around the Titanic. Definitely Morse code.
Yes.
CPR to be exact.
Do you know what it stands for?
Compressions, pulsing, relaxation. I can't remember actually. What does it mean?
I don't know, something like that.
Compulsive.
Compulsive pressing rescue
Rapid.
effort. Oh, fuck. No, that's not what it is. Hang on. It doesn't matter.
Compression,
Yeah, compression.
pulse, rapid.
Hang on. I should know. I've done my CPR like for years in a row. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That's what I thought it
That's
was.
definitely didn't have that one in mind.